Hello, Tom Nation. It's your boy Tom, and today we're going to be talking about Kotlin and just like a simple hello world script. So basically, what is it? It's a great thing for especially Android. It's considered one of the official languages of app development for Android. It's built off the Java virtual machine environment, which is pretty cool. It makes it very cross-platformy-ish, if you will. But yeah, so the first thing you really are going to want to do is make sure you actually have Java installed on your computer. Older versions of Windows, it used to come pre-installed, but they don't really do that anymore just because there was like some security issues and something like that. I don't know the full story. But simply, we're just going to go in here to command prompt, type in Java space dash version, and just press enter. And it's going to sit here and tell you if you have it installed. It'll just say what version you have. If not, you'll just get a blank, kind of like it doesn't know what to do kind of thing. So you just got to go install that through the website. That's another video if you guys want to see that. But yeah, we're good to go. So we have it installed. The next thing we need to do is actually install Kotlin. To do that, we're just going to jump over to their GitHub. It's by far the easiest way. I'll have that in the description below, obviously, a link to that. Let's see here. So here's the changelog. So basically, it shows the latest version that's stable. You just need to scroll down past all this stuff that you're probably not going to care too much about. And you're just looking for the zip file, which is the second one in this case. That could always change, but right now it is the second one, 2.1.21 at the time of filming this video. And you're just going to download this and extract. Run through the installer. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. It's just like any other installer. But once again, link will be in the description below. Just scroll down till you find that zip file. Once it's installed, something you do need to do most likely is you're going to need to add it to your system environment variables. That way, when you run the program, it knows where to look for the interpreter. So simply, you can just push your start menu. This works on Windows 10 or 11, doesn't matter. I'm using 11. And we're just going to copy and paste system environment variables. It's going to be this one where it says edit. So we're going to get this little box here. We want to go down here to the bottom, environment variables. Click that. We want to work with the system variables down here, so we're going to click edit. Oh, sorry. We're going to look for path first. So we want to edit path. Simply path, not the path ext, just path. So that one we want to go ahead and edit. And basically, I already have it in here, but you're going to push new, and you're going to copy and paste where you download it, installed it to, specifically pointing at the bin folder. So as you can see there, I've installed it here, which is C drive, program files, Kotlin C, and then bin. So right here, it needs to point to all these files, and you're just going to go up here, click, and you just Control C or right click to copy, and just paste that into here under a new one, but I already have it there. Once you're done, just push OK or cancel, and then just same thing here, OK or cancel. This should work by default. Sometimes I know it can be a little weird and need a system restart, but this one should not. It should be fine. Now let's actually do the actual jump into the code here, shall we? Let me resize this a little bit better. Let me make sure that looks alright. We can zoom in a little bit. Yeah, a little more. Why not? So yeah, so here's our code. When you write your script, just name it whatever you want it, followed by .kt. That way the computer knows what you're trying to run, and when you compile too. So for the first line of code here, we're just doing a comment. A comment's basically for your purposes only. The program, when it runs, is not going to see this line. It's going to ignore it. This is just for note-taking on saying, hey, here's something I need to know about what's happening here. So obviously this is just saying what this function does. So the first function we do, which is just fun, main. Main basically is telling the script when it starts running, where to look first. This is kind of like the intro to your script. It tells your whole program where to start and then where to go from there. Now, we only have one function, but we still need that main in there so it knows where to begin. We're going to be doing a string, so we're just doing this code here with print line, in parentheses, in quotations, hello world. We'll talk about doing a variable here in a second, so watch that in just a minute. But we do want it to just be a string versus like an integer. All that does need to go into parentheses also, just so it understands a little bit better. Sorry, I'm trying to find something here. Oh, you're right. I wanted to talk about multi-line. So sometimes you want to have a little bit formatting with your comments versus a run-on forever. You can simply do that by using an asterisk, which here at autofilled, and then you can do like hello world program. And so it will ignore anything between these comments out, whatever. So that's a way to keep a little bit formatting instead of having just one huge long run-on thing there. Yeah. So now we want to compile this program, make it actually functionable. So we're going to do that. So I saved it to KT, which is now in this folder here, hello.kt. We want to open command prompt from where the file is saved, just by simply typing cmd. This is the easiest way because then it's already going to be pointing to that project folder. You can always just use cd to change it, but I find this to be the easiest way to do that. Let me copy and paste over here what we need. I'll put this in the description below so you can copy and paste it too. But we're just doing a Kotlin C, which stands for compile. The name of our file, which is hello.kt. We want to do -include in case there's any libraries. In this case, that doesn't really matter, but it's good to have. Runtime -d, and then where our output's going to be, which is going to be hello.jar. So you can always rename it different. So here it's hello. Here it could be hello final.jar. It's really up to you what you want to call it. And we're just going to press enter. It's going to run everything here. And depending on the size of your script, it shouldn't take too long. So as you see, it's pretty much done in just a few seconds there. And we now have our script right here. So you can see it has that little executable jar icon there, and we're good to go. So let's go ahead, let's run this. We will be running it through Java, so Java space -jar space and the name of it, which is hello.jar. So we're just going to do that, simply push enter, and as you see, it outputted hello world. Sorry about that. So pretty simple, very easy hello world script. If we want to take it a quick step farther and use a variable, that's Notepad. Where did I put that? VS Code. This is one I just created real quick just to give you a brief example. If you guys want me to dive in way farther, especially onto, I think my next video on this expansion would be variables, all the different kinds and tricks you could do. If you want, hit the like button. If I hit 50, I don't know, you guys want to see a follow-up video on this, and then I'll probably go from there, depending on what you guys specifically like to see. So here we're doing the exact same thing. Function main, our value variable message is what we're going to call it. This is where you would want to name it. Obviously, make sure you're naming it something that, you know, has meaning to the variable. Here is just simply message. Probably could have done better. A common practice in Kotlin is when you have like multiple words, the first is uncapitalize this, and then after that you want to capitalize the beginning of each new word. This is variable 1, for example, and this is just common practice. You don't have to do it, it's just considered good practice. But here what we're going to do is string, because it's not an integer, it's an actual string, hello world, and then print line is going to be message, The big difference here you'll notice is that there are no quotations here. The reason for that is when you put it in quotations, you're kind of saying display exactly what's here, hello world. Over here, we obviously don't want our line print to say message. We want it to say what's contained within message, the variable, which is up here. So it's basically adding those quotations up there, as you see, to present that. Alright, so that's pretty much a very brief intro to Hello World and how to install Kotlin. Like I said, 50 upvotes, and I will do a follow-up specifically on variables next, or if you have something more specific you want to see, let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. Throwing out videos at you guys every week have to do with automation, usually in auto hotkeys, but sometimes I get bored and like to branch out, try new things, introduce you all to new things. So let me know if there's anything you guys specifically like to see, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye!